One of the things that administrator has to do from time to time that's really kind of frustrating is to create a bunch of users all at once. This can be because of organizational rearrangements. It can be hiring a bunch of new people, taking on new products, those sorts of things. So in this video entitled Configuring Templates, I want to show you how to use templates to deal with this problem of creating accounts for multiple users when every one of those users needs identical settings, and that really becomes a boring, cumbersome task. So let's talk about how to shortcut it. What we're going to do here is we're going to create and use a user template to greatly streamline the process. And a user template really is a user account that we're going to build and configure all kinds of ways, and then we're going to disable it. Then, when we get ready to create an account for a user that needs all those settings, we'll simply copy that account, change the name and password, and we're done when we enable the account. And the best way to understand this is to see it. So what I'm going to do here is jump out into Active Directory Users and Computers, and I want to show you how we're going to create. I've already got one here, and I'll just show you. Let me go into Properties here, and you'll notice that I've got a lot of things set up here, but you'll notice that the account is disabled. And so all I have to do is make a copy of this, but let's start from the very beginning here. I'm going to right click and I will create a new user. And this user will be accounting person. And we'll just call it ACCT person just to get by this. And then we'll click next and we'll have to give it a password. And we're also going to choose account is disabled. So I will set up a password. Notice the users are going to change it at next logon. I'll click next. The passwords don't match. Because I'm talking and typing at the same time. So there we are. We click finish, and there is our accounting person. Let me drag this over so we can see it. Now I will right click this, go to Properties, and oh, wait a minute, I've got two clicked. Okay, let me right click again, go to Properties, and I'll choose Member Of. Now notice right now it's just domain users. Well, let's add one here. I'll click Advanced and I'll do a find, and let's add them to a couple of things. We'll add them to Cert Publishers. Okay. And then we'll add another one. Let's do DNS Admins. That'll be enough. Cert Publishers and DNS Admins. I don't know why we're giving that to accounting, but hey, this is an example. So there is our accounting person. Now that's a disabled user account. Well, when we hire somebody for accounting, this is what I'm going to do. Say we hire 5 people. I will right click, copy, and then notice there's a copy of the object. So let's change it. This is Mary Numbers is who we've hired. And we will just do Mary N. And then we'll hit next and we'll give Mary N a password. And notice the account is disabled. I will clear that, click next, and then I'll click finish, and then there's Mary Numbers. Notice that if I right click on Mary Numbers, go to Properties, look at her members, she's a member of DNS Admins Domain Users. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of stuff that we can set in Active Directory on these people, and this takes care of all of that. It'll all be there. It'll all be just like we want it. And the next time we get a new accounting person, just right click, copy, change the name, the password, enable the account. Everything's there and ready to go. So that is how to create and use a user template.